Hey guys, and welcome back to Let It Die. So with all the craziness going on in the channel with Destiny, Fortnite, and so many others, Let It Die decided to update, which is awesome. A lot of you guys are telling me about this. Thank you so much. I'm a person that gets very absorbed by what they're doing, so I can't exactly pay attention to things that very well may be very important. So thank you for that. Anyways, so yes, a bunch of new updates that they've added to the game, bunch of little tiny things. A lot of them having to do with the PvP, the Death Metro. Now, some of the things I am greatly happy with. Other things, we'll get into it. It's a bit like I made the deal with the devil. Anyways, moving on. The second thing is that this video is going to be strictly us just going over the updates. I'm going over the new features, etc. I'm not actually playing it. There will be a Let It Die video coming out where we're actually experiencing all this. As soon as I open up the game, I'll hit record and start going through the paces. Anyways, regardless, this is what was previously new. The gravity rush things. We can scroll up and we got a bunch of maintenance stuff. Here is the only real thing I'm a bit iffy on. Hence the wording, deal with the devil, it kind of works out because you're in hell and she's kind of like demon-esque. Anyways, so I can summarize a lot of what this is, but basically currently in the game right now there's an event going on that takes away, it's basically like a PvP event, the Death Metro event. So what this event does, to spoil some of the stuff we're about to talk about, it takes away the cost of having to do raids. So you can do limitless raids, and it stops the armor and items you equipped breaking if you fail a raid. Yeah, which we'll talk about in a minute. So basically, the event protects no one who participates in it. So if you don't participate in it, you are going to lose out on everything, and it just kind of pushes the Death Metro more. Yeah. Anyways, and yeah, without those limitations like having to spend money and things like that to attack a base, you don't have to do that anymore. So that has people having more and more and more money and Spilithium gone. Now this, they've refined the Express Pass effect, which if last time I looked it was $30 for a month. That's an Express Pass. Then there's Express Day Passes, which are one for one day. But the new feature that they've added was the feature that I wanted so very, very badly, which is a way for you to say, I do not want to participate in the multiplayer event. I don't even care if I don't get to use expeditions. I don't care if I don't get to use this, this, and this. I just want to grind and, you know, do that. I want to experience the PvE side without getting affected by PvP. That was the thing I wanted. And I got that, but only if I spend $30 a month and the event is structurally pushing on people that don't like that. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, like it's cool that it's there, but I'm not gonna use it. Like I'm not gonna spend $30 a month on that. Maybe that's people are like, well, see, you don't really know what you want. No, I want it. Again, I don't know why it's so bonkers to say, no, I don't want to participate in PvP at all. Even the bonuses, the immense bonuses that you can get with doing expeditions. I just want to experience your world, the world you created, the world that designers created. Anyways, so yes, that's essentially what this can be boiled down into, is that it changes the Express Day Passes to now not take away any kill coins and Spilithium. You still get to take them if you are participating in like trying to go through someone's base, etc. But you have to spend $30 or however much currency it is in your country to get that reassurance. So it's like insurance is how they're wording it. Like Express Day Pass insurance will repay anything that's stolen to you, which is great, except not so great when you don't have $30 a month to give the game, like World of Warcraft, etc. With WoW, it kind of makes sense though, and I don't even think WoW asked for that much. $30 a week, is it that much? I don't think so. I don't know. Anyway, anywho, moving on. Well, this screw just fell out of my my stool. That's not great. Anyways, back to the update. And of course, as any good dealer will do for you, they'll give you as soon as you log in, when this event is active, you will be getting 1 free day Express Pass to just feel the beautiful bliss of joining the game the next day without being completely and utterly robbed. But then after that day pass, you gotta pay $30 to just basically say I don't want to experience one part of the game that is forced on me. Yeah. Some things were not quite to my liking, but hey, maybe you guys are in love with this. Maybe you guys are like, yay, fucking that. No. Anyways, this is also a new thing that they've added, recycle points. So what this does is if you have extra decals and or blueprints, weapon blueprints, you can now give them to this machine. And what it will do is it will break them down and give you recycle points. Now, apparently recycle points, if you scroll down here, you guys can see he's using the machine, he's selling his premium decals is the thing. Premium, they cannot be anything less. And also the quality / star rating / grade of the premium decal does matter on the amount you get back in terms of recycles. But again, the conversion rate is not the best. Like, what's the highest amount? There's like most of the premium decals give you 10 recycling, or 10,000 recycling, sorry. Yeah, that's the only ones I'm really seeing. There's like a couple that are 50,000, but they're like rare special event type things. And just the green medal, not even, yeah, it costs 76,000. And it costs 50 kill coins, 50,000 kill coins, just to get one premium decal that could be worth 5,000 Yeah, just feel like it may not be worth it, but hey, it's kind of another way to get recyclable metal. There's metals with a weird conversion rate, but it's another way for you to get metals. Sweet. Cool. Anyways, I don't mean to take the fun out of it. I'm just saying it's some things just don't make sense to me, but could make all the sense to you. And now here is my favorite part of the update that is here. It's by far the coolest thing to me. Along with the update where, you know, PvP is getting a massive buff, and we'll get into that. This is something that's stagnant and from my knowledge doesn't require any sort of like save up 50,000 spilithium just to be able to buy this this remodel. But yeah, anyways, that's what it is. Waiting room customization. We can customize it in the DIY fashion, which is what it's already like. Kind of, I think it adds something to the center point right below the first stair or escalator going upwards. Anyways, you can also change it to military, where it's all military, and then you can change it to fantasy, which seems like it's kind of changed, or you can change it to sports, which I feel like DIY got nothing. Military can't really notice it, as fantasy can't really notice it. Dude, sports looks legit. Sports looks super clean, super nice. Looks like high school type bully, like you know the game Bully. It looks like that. It looks really cool. Definitely will be going with that if I can. Although I could definitely see them pulling some stuff where it's like, you want to get the clean version? Give us some of that fucking death metals, dude. Anyways, so yes, you can customize it. You go here. It's in the Japanese font, cause yeah. You can change, I think, not just one thing, but it looks like you can change multiple. Sorry, right here. Select the style you want to purchase. They are available via death metals. So it's not just like, okay, so it is. I thought it was just like a give you. Okay. 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 Let's move on to happiness. This is the big update. The TDM Battle Rush Eve main update. Everything we just covered is revolving around this. Which basically all it is it's a giant multiplayer event. So if we go in here, it says this is the new Tokyo Metro. Post maintenance, etc. But it says, this got me really happy when I was reading it. It says TDM raids are now free. No, that wasn't it. You don't need to play kill coins if you want to start raiding, etc. Cool. Not cool, pretty crap if you're not involved in PvP. Anyways, this is the one I was like super happy when reading, and then I got to the end and realized it wasn't what I wanted. Your fighter will not lose their decals and their items in their death bags when they fail an attempted raid. I thought this meant your fighters, when I was reading it, I was waiting, I think right about here. I was like, oh, if they say captured fighters will not lose all their good shit, then I'd be like, fuck yeah, but no, it's helping the people that do shit on you. Good. Anyways, if you do, yeah, I don't mean to make it sound like I'm shitting on the people that enjoy the PvP aspect of the game. It's just, to me, it doesn't work both ways, which is the fucked part. Like, PvE feeds on PvE. PvE cannot feed on PvP, so it's a one-track relationship that just has people, like one player base feeding on the other, while the other player base is just kind of sitting there, taking it, and it's just like, Like, what? Like, I don't know, doesn't make the most sense to me. But receiving a lost bag when you have successfully defended your base or raid someone else. Okay, so this is the currency that you're going to be getting when you raid or defend against someone else. But it says items inside the bag are random when opened. So you're gonna maybe get something good, maybe get something bad. Yeah, kind of interesting. I wonder if it like what's on the loot table. Is it like mushrooms or is it like metals? Because if it's metals, then yeah, that'd be great. Especially considering there's no negative to losing anymore. And besides like durability loss, but that's nothing. We got some new decals if you're interested in that. They increase your attack power when 2 or 5 enemies appear. Okay, so when you get doubled up on, you can take down more people. Nice. And then you got Golem, which increases your HP and defense by 40. That's a bit. That's a bit. And then here's the other thing that's pretty big. Purchasing a defense alarm with Spilithium to equip your defenders for 24 hours. So it's a limited use thing. So it's not what I thought it was gonna be, but let's finish. So what does this do? What does attaching an alarm to your fighter do, or your defender do? It allows them to call upon a tuber / a mini boss. So you guys can see he's fighting Cone X2 or whatever. I'm not sure what that goes up to, because that does matter. Like if he calls upon Cone from the 20th floor, that insane axe he's got there, or sword he's got there, is going to get like, he's gonna one-shot Cone. Like it's, yeah, so it's not much of a, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what the alarm is. It alarms a tuber to fall down and fight as well. I'm not sure if when he dies, the tuber also dies, because that would would make some sense. But anyways, why am I like, why is this not quite what I wanted? I thought there would be a way for you to bolster your defense. And there is, but only for 24 hours. So it kind of has the same problem for me, where I'm fine with building my defense, but not if someone can tear it down instantly. So then I just have to keep coming back and building up my defense over and over and over again. Like, I get it if there wasn't already a bunch of other time sinks that I'd rather do, or not rather do, I have to do. So again, look, my main prerogative right now is upgrading my gear so I can have an easier time with the upper levels, and maybe even participate in events like this, because I can't right now. Everyone's defense is too good. I can't even get into this event because people are like, the people have defenders with the max tier gear rating, and I'll die instantly. And you know, with the free death thing, I guess there's like, you can experience it, but you can't succeed in it necessarily. Anyways, I was just hoping that there'd be another way to bolster your defense. And that's what I was hoping for with this update, which is something I did not get. Was that when your fighters get captured, they still lose all their armor, making a defense the stupidest thing imaginable. Sorry, like building a defender group and setting them all up, putting a bunch of armor on them, which is good, and can fight back against powerful weapons, only to have it all broken down by a person that captures your fighter because he chose to. Because he has like the best weapon in the game and whatnot, and he had like an invincibility shroom, and now you're out 6 or so hours of you grinding for money to buy for all your armors. Anyways, the other thing I wanted was to have a deeper defense pool, so that, yeah, so that maybe I could spend, I don't know, Spilithium and some tuber metals, and I could put a tuber thing there for like a decent cost, like something enough to notice but not enough to not do. Or not enough for it not to be worth it. And yeah, for it to just be like the last line of defense. Like you could just, depending on the amount of Spilithium or even death metals, I don't care what you use, to put this last boss. This boss would appear in your waiting room. And like I said, the amount that you want to spend would be the addition of that enemy that you'd get. So instead of Cone X2, whatever that would be, it'd be Cone from like the 40th floor, that kind of thing. That's what I was hoping they'd add in the game. That's not what they've added. It's just like, what they've done is they've taken these are my thoughts, this is my opinions right now, just so you guys know. So what they've done is they've taken the parts of, I think, what a lot of PvP and PvE, well, a lot of what PvE players don't like, which is the fact that they are massively inconvenienced by PvP players. By the sense of them just getting robbed like abruptly, and it's like, okay, now I can't pay for medals from the wandering shop, and aka I can't progress, so I'm never gonna get to the point where that person is destroying me because he has armor and all the leveled up gear and etc, etc, etc. It's a system that doesn't really work. Anyways, so they have this system here where the PvP side keeps messing with the PvE side. They've just made it way worse for that person, for these people, because PvP people now have zero like gate or wall in front of them to do that. They no longer lose weapons and armor and decals and stuff like that when they lose. They also have zero, they can jump into a raid for like 0 money. And the thing that makes it a bit shitty for me, like scummy a little bit, is the fact that they're like, well, hey guys, if you don't want to get stomped on PvE players, guess what? There's this new Express Day Pass thing that basically makes you safe, but you gotta give us that $30 just to make yourself safe. And it's like, it very much seems like the loan shark mentality of like, hey, I'm not saying your windows are gonna get cracked, but you know, maybe it happens. It's kind of like that situation. Maybe give me some money or food, and I'll be about my business. It's like bullshit. It's bullshit like that. I don't know what that was, guys. Again, there's like with every not so great thing that I see, there's also fantastic things that I should probably make a point to point out. Like the fact that we're able to customize our waiting room, fuck yeah, that's awesome, dudes. Cosmetic stuff, love it. Offers no power difference, love that, so good. I like this idea, where when you do like play any sort of activity, I really wish it wasn't just PvP or PvE, no, PvP, you get a random paper bag that could have a bunch of things in it. It could have something from like a medal, which is really lucky to get a medal drop in a baggie, or it could have a mushroom that you have 10 of. Like, you know, it could be that randomness, and that's fun, but it's only for people that experience PvP. Now, I hope this doesn't come across as I'm completely and utterly happy, and I understand. I want there to be a PvP update for sure. Like the last updates have been all PvE. They've been just games. They've just been like the tower changing events, like the Forceman, etc. Not a PvP event. I get that. I like that. I still hate that the PvP is linked to PvE, because like I said, it's like a shitty human centipede structure. It's like PvE players grind the Tower of Barbs, spend copious amounts of time in the Barbs to get loot, to get gear, to get kill coins for the Wandering Shop. And sorry, they're the second one. The Tower of Barbs is here. It's this guy, and then this dude ends up being the PvE grinder. And then there's this guy who's the PvP grinder, which he eats this person's stuff, this person eats this person's stuff, but this person doesn't get a take from that person. So it's just like the one-way shitting on someone. Human Centipede didn't make the most sense because no one wants to eat shit, but you get what I'm meaning. It's a one-way trip, and it's kind of stupid in that sense. Especially when one requires significant more time than the other. Especially now that there's literally no time constraint because there's no money. You don't have to go and like, it used to cost like 5,000 to 10,000 to raid someone, now it costs nothing, so you can literally just go. Essentially dismantling the PvE player, like, yeah, whatever. With the addition of that, they're giving us a bunch of give me quests, which is defeat Screamer, at least 10 Screamers, and to get every golden creature in the Tower Barbs. What's cool? It's very cool. Again, I thought this would be more than just like a siren, and I don't know how, like, is Cone X2 like this? Is that the same person we fight when we fight the final boss? The same Cone? Hopefully that wasn't a spoiler. But yeah, that's a battle Tokyo Metro battle thing. If you're a PvP player, you're gonna be thrilled. If you're a PvE player, maybe not so much. But yeah, and this is the patch notes for that. It goes into this, and it gets, actually there's a lot of stuff here. It talks about Express Day Insurance, which really feeds into the new Tokyo Death Metro. Essentially, it just allows you to lose nothing when someone raids you, which is crazy good. But yeah, waiting room can now be decorated, but apparently it also costs death medals. Maybe it would only cost death medals for specific walls if you want to like mix and match, maybe. The addition of TDM loot bags, which can have a random resource in there for you. Awesome recycle points, which seem to be a currency that is inaccurately not worth it. Anyways, maybe if you have a lot of premium decals, then maybe. New skill decals, very cool. Those are all awesome. Adjustments. Blueprints can now be sold for 50 kill coins, 50,000 kill coins, which is the 44CE. Is that blueprints above the 44th floor, I guess? Various TDM adjustments. Yes, when raiding, the player's death bag will no longer be lost, and when forced quitting, when doing a raid, players will receive demerit points, essentially. Other various adjustments from the game. Balance, cool, didn't really specify what those adjustments are. Cutscenes, functionality, you can skip them. It's kind of a weird thing to do. Ability to skip Uncle Death's killing your hunter when you do it in this freezer. Fighters rage gauge is carried over when you switch to fighters. Cool, that's actually really cool. No, wow, that sucks. Players that completed the stamp rally, but essentially didn't get the email or their blueprint prize, now get it. That'd be shitty if that. I'd be mad. And I think it goes into like the various changes for the PSN store. There's an issue with Red Napalm. We're getting into like old patch news. Neato. And then we got we got limited time offer new items in this store. So yeah, this is saying like if you wanted to get 28 death medals plus 40 rare metal types. They always sell in a bundle. Like it's weird. Anyways, but yes, if you guys want to do this, and I only imagine they're doing this because none of these look too different. Like I think I've seen the exact same ones there. I think they're just doing it because it's a PvP event, so if people wanted to get back into the game, they could do it this way, etc. But like, hey, people are gonna be coming back for the TDM thing. Here's this. Here's our microtransactions. All in all, my favorite part is definitely just the waiting room stuff. Like, I was disappointed by the TDM stuff because again, I was hoping for something like refining the stuff that works with the TDM. Like again, I sound like a broken record because I clearly don't like the aspects that they're not willing to change, of course, which is fine. It's their game, of course. I'm just happy to experience it. But with there being other games right now, you feel like they try to go into that. But who knows? Again, like one of you guys have said in the comments recently that like Let It Die is on its way to being a hardcore game. Yes and no. I would maybe not hardcore so much as dedicated. Like it's like kind of similar to the Destiny situation where, except Destiny isn't like it asks for time. No, Let It Die asks for more time, but it asks for like I would say time rather than a difficulty, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, there are difficulty things in the game, but still. But yeah, the reason why I wouldn't say necessarily difficult is because there's usually ways around the difficulty things in this game, difficulty-oriented things in the game. Some not at all, like Red Napalm, definitely, that's meant to be a very hard 1v1 encounter, etc. But it turns like to me it's if you're not gonna pay money, you got to be dedicated as hell, and I even think that you can't get what a person could get if the person did pay money, which is weird. But I'm really hoping I can get that sports one. Yeah, it's the one I really want. I hope they're like, hey, you can change it once, but then you have to pay money. But that one time will be all I need for the sports one. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you guys so much for your time, and hopefully you guys are happy with the TDM update. I have thoughts about it. Last time I tried to very much tell the update and then give my opinion. Sadly, I intertwined it with this whilst I was reading it this time around. Sorry, haven't a bit out of practice with the whole Let It Die commentating. But next video will be us jumping back into Let It Die and looking at all the new things. Maybe not the TDM stuff, because again, I just don't play it, because again, I just don't like just the back end of it, like just stealing from another. I don't like it when it happens to me. I don't want to do it to another player. Maybe that's clearly just me. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching as always. My name is Logan Andor Frost. This has been Let It Die, the update. Hopefully there's more things to come in the future. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching as always. Subscribe button, 2 videos to my right. Bye guys.